Yes, you guys, welcome back. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines TV, and today I'm here to bring you guys another News Daily video. Now, for the first story, we have some breaking news in regards to a first team coach that we've signed for next season. So here are the details there, you guys. And for the second story, the second major big story today, you guys, it's a Ben Chilwell update, and this article does confirm, re-emphasize, and provides more context and insight behind this story that I've been telling you guys over the past few weeks. If any of you guys had any doubts about how I get my news, if I'm lying about my sources, because it's 100% justifiable. In the internet age we live in today, we know that it's full of liars and crooks and people that, gas things up to try and get some clout and make a name for themselves. For me, you guys, that's never been something I've ever cared about. It's not something I give energy to. I mean, for example, I got over 100,000 subs and I'm not making a song and dance about that because that's just not me. I keep things very humble, you guys. So, yeah, and I'm not gonna ramble on anymore. Before I continue on though, one plug today. If you like today's video, if you like the content I bring for you guys, if you like the news I can get for you first, then smash that like button. I want to get 5,000 likes for today's video. And without wasting any more time, we start with the first story today. And let's speak about the new first team coach that Frank Lampard himself has headhunted to sign for us for this season. The name of our new first team coach for next season goes by the name of Anthony Barrow. Anthony was originally at Wigan, and he's developed a big reputation for himself due to how he sees football, and of course he is well respected already at his very young age at 34 years old. Now, what's quite interesting about this latest news and this new signing in a sense is that Anthony was part of the group that took part in their FA level UEFA Pro license, and in that classroom there are other players such as Kolo Touré, Brendan Rodgers, and of course Jody Morris and Frank Lampard. So, is it safe to assume, can we make an educated assumption that maybe this was the first time that both Anthony, Frank and Jody had discussions, spoke? And that's because during this FA Level 5 qualification, it does provide an opportunity for networking. Networking is key. Networking allows coaches, managers to share their thoughts and opinions, speak about players, speak about all things football. So for me, it would be no surprise that Anthony first made his introduction to Morris and Lampard during that period. Now, Anthony Barrow, he replaces previous first team coach Eddie Newton, who recently won silverware at Trabzonspor, so credit to him. But I guess the question we all want to know, is Anthony Barrow a defensive coach? To be honest, you guys, I couldn't tell you. I've tried to do some research. I can't find anything about him, and to be honest, all I know is that he seems to be very good at working with young players. Let's not forget that he worked alongside Reece James back when Reece was with Wigan last season, and let's not forget too that he was currently working with Dujon Sterling at Wigan as well. For me, the fact that Frank Lampard headhunted him in particular, I think that sums everything up, and that tells us everything we need to know. You guys, I fully trust my manager. I fully trust Frank Lampard. He knows what's best for us. He's proved that by helping us get a top 4 finish, and he's proving that in this current summer window by helping us sign the players that most times we never have no hope to sign in the first place. So great move for Anthony. Let's see what he does. And now let's take things forward to the second story and the final story today. It's a big one, and it's the latest updates and news surrounding Ben Chilwell and his move to us for this summer. Now, earlier this evening, you guys, all the major notable journalists, they released stories today suggesting that Ben Chilwell is destined to sign for us. Agreements are close to being made, things are looking absolutely positive, and I'm not here to toot my own horn. I'm not here to do that whatsoever. But these articles do confirm a lot of things that I've been telling you guys about consistently over the past few weeks. Now, as I told you guys in my previous video, Ben had actually taken his medical in Greece. Now, in the article that came up from The Athletic, because they were the first ones to break it, it was a story from David Ornstein. They mentioned that Ben has already completed his medical as well. However, they provide even more context than what I could provide, and it makes a ton of sense. Now, since the stories come out, I have heard that Ben took some of his medical in Greece and he took the rest in London, and the reason for that was that Ben picked up an injury against Crystal Palace. He still hasn't recovered just yet. He's about 3 weeks away from a full recovery, and in that sense, if we are to make a big move for the player, we have to get an understanding of his medical history, we have to get an understanding of his current fitness. So it's really no surprise that Ben did some of his medical when he was on holiday in Greece. and then he came back to complete the rest of it in London. Now, I can provide some context to you guys. All those years back when I did that interview with Nate Chalobah, we actually had to cut some of that interview down, we had to crop some out and just throw it away, and that was because when we originally recorded, we spoke about how Nate was recovering with his current injury. Now, clubs are very sensitive about that type of news going out, and of course, I was not allowed to release that information to you guys. So it's no surprise that this was kept under wraps in regards to Ben. It was kept a secret for a while, but it does seem that right now, he is destined to become our player. And the price that I've spoken about and many other notable people in the Chelsea community have spoken about as well is between 45 to 50 million pounds. And the reason for that, as I've told you guys consistently for a while, is due to the fact that Leicester City missed out on UCL football and due to the COVID climate as well. Naturally, they couldn't command the 80 million that they originally wanted for Ben, and when they realized that they need to sell a player because they missed out on UCL football, Ben was the notable one to sell because in the market currently, there are great left back options to target. And of course, if you're earning about 50 million for the sale, you have money to spend and use for reinvestment in your team. So this is what I mean, you guys. I'm here to find the best information for you. I don't do this because I get anything from this. Honestly, I don't. I really don't get anything from this. And to be honest, you guys, I've been considering whether I'm going to continue to give news like this in the future. And the reason for that is that, on social media, sometimes it can just be so unfair and so unnecessary every single time. Just negative energy time and time again. At the same time, I understand it because, in today's world, so many figures that try to claim the things I do, most of them tend to lie. Most of them have their own personal agendas behind things. So I'm not angry about the skeptics. I mean, it's natural. I'm like that myself for everything. Now, I'm not about this lying stuff. I have nothing to gain from it. I'm not getting more views. I'm not earning more money. I just do this because, I care about getting the right information out for you guys. Lampard is clearly getting a player that he's wanted for a very long time. He's wanted to sign Ben Chilwell since January. We all know that. We all saw the reports. And for me, I think Ben and his attributes in his game, it complements what Lampard wants. If anything, we are going to get a noticeable upgrade when it comes to pace down that left-hand side. Ben has acceleration. Ben is super fast, he can cover distances so quickly too, and for a team like us that focuses on making overloads down the flanks, you need a player like this. I think Ben, it's going to be interesting to see how he combines with your Pulisic, your Werner, your Hudson-Odois, anyone playing down that left hand side. As he's shown with Leicester City, another team that focuses on playing down the flanks, he's had very good relationships alongside your Barnes and alongside your Madisons, etc, etc. Ben is a technical footballer, and even though I think that he's not the finished article, as I've been stressing time and time again, that's not the point. We aren't signing him because we think he's the best available right now. He does have the potential to become one of the best left backs in Europe, without a doubt. He has the raw attributes, and he's made the right decision and the best move for himself, signing for us, working under Frank Lampard, working in this environment, and working alongside better players. It's fairly obvious, and it is a fact. Ben will upgrade our left-hand side. Now, I've spoken about other targets I prefer. I still like Tagliafico, and, if it was me, I would have got him. But that doesn't mean that Lampard's taking it now. That doesn't mean that signing Ben is the wrong decision. That's not the case at all, you guys. He is the perfect fullback you need for a team like us that overloads down the flanks. He has the quality, his final third entries, his passes to the final third as well. I can go on, and most importantly, the most important thing about his game, well, not the most important thing, one of the important things about his game is that Ben is very good aerially, and for a team like us that suffers non-stop against set pieces, he's the type of profile we need to help the team out. So, you guys, things looking exciting. That pace we're going to have next season is going to be absolutely unreal. Ben and Reece, these two players could be England's international fullbacks for a very long time. Honestly, you guys, things are looking absolutely unreal. We have to remember, you guys, Ben is a Chelsea fan, and I can't imagine how pleased he is that this deal now is finally getting sealed. The final price, you guys, is 50 million. He's already agreed personal terms. The club got the information knowing that Ben will be back in 3 weeks. Things are starting to wrap up very nicely. From next week, you guys, we could be seeing some announcements made, or at least some confirmations at least. And the reason for that, you guys, is that due to COVID, photographers that normally do these PR shots, they have to follow regulations, and due to that, it does slow down the process of officially announcing these signings for the fans. So personally, I think from the end of next week, we are going to see a confirmation of one new signing. Could that be Kai? Could that be Ben? Or could that be both? Today's been massive news. Thiago Silva is likely to sign for us. Ben is destined to sign for us. Kai is destined to sign for us too. And I guess right now all we need left is to sign a goalkeeper. And then you guys, then I think we're ready. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. I'm NiniFC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.